Hi and welcome back. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about random number generation. So random number generation is the process of creating random or unpredictable numbers. So these numbers are used probably for situation or questions like games, simulation of dice, security cryptographics, and lottery, or other examples. It is very simple because you have only one command to use. It's called random, and in the parentheses you have to put two numbers. So random starting number and end number. So in this one, random 1 and 100, this and it will be stored inside a variable called num. It will go and create a random number between 1 and 100. So any number between 1 and 100 randomly will be created, and it will be stored inside a variable called num. If you are using Python, for Python you have to import random, and you have to put random. That random means between 1 and 100 in case you are using Python. But you see that how easy it is with the OCR exam reference language, and the way we are going to test it in the code station. You see is you just call random, and in parentheses two numbers between between these two numbers. The random function will go and start creating a random number between these two numbers. Let's go to code station and we do a practice examples of the random. All right, so let's see. I think we may have some examples of random dice. So dice is something which probably comes in the exam. We have seen it a couple of times as came. So this is for simulation of dice. So if you call random with 1 and 6, because dice has 6 sides, and if you run it, it will show you what you rolled. So this one, now I rolled 6. I was very lucky. Now I rolled 1. I rolled 5. I rolled 6. And you can create any kind of these games, or what based on whatever the question is asking you. You can create a random number. So for example, another question might be create a random number and add that to whatever user enters. So that is also another type of question. So I can create something. I can ask the user to input some number. So I'm going to ask the user to input, please enter a number, right? And I'm going to store that inside a variable called my num, and I have to convert that, cast it as an integer because I need to be as a number, and I need to create a random number and add that to this and print that. Okay, so I'm going to I can just print that directly from here and say my num print plus add random number, and we didn't say between what and what, right? So random number between 1 to 90, for example. So random number between 1 and 90, and it should get printed. Now please enter a number. So I will enter 1, and it printed 17. Maybe this is but not very good because we couldn't debug this properly. I will print, and I will store this random inside another variable. I call it my random equal to random between 1 and 90, and I will print my num plus my random. So if I run this, it will ask me a number. So I enter 4, and I needed to print this my random also. Print my, I say random number is comma my random. Okay, and now let's try it. So I enter 5. It says the random number is 29, and 5 plus 29 is 34. If I run it again, I enter 10. The random number is now 64. It's just a random number, and it adds that my number to this random number and shows it on the screen. So random is mostly used in the exam for asking you to do questions, scenario questions related to dice, games, lottery, and maybe some cryptographic. So which you need to just call the random, give it two numbers that between, I need a number between what and what. And always remember, whenever they ask you to simulate a dice has 6 sides, so it's always between 1 to 6. You need to generate a random number between 1 to 6. There is no other predefined method for random other than dice, because all dice, we know that it has 6 sides. It is just this, it doesn't have anything special, the random. All right, so that was all about random, and I will see you in next lesson.